Okay, part two, we're going to start with an exercise where we're moving forward and back. Okay, so this is where we want, I'm going to mirror you in this. So we want your right leg forward with your heel down and your right toes up. And then I'd like you to take your right hand and place that just in front of you, palm down. The left hand bring up so the fingers of the left hand are just touching the heel of the right hand. Okay, and we're going to be making circles like this. We're going to be coming forward and then back. If you like, it's in the direction of the little finger each time. Okay, but notice I'm not making those circles just with my hands. This is wrong. I'm using my shoulders to do the work. Okay, so we're exercising our core muscles. So remember, mirroring you, I've got my right hand down, my left palm up, and we're going to turn our shoulders to your right. Bring the hands back, run them across the tummy. Now extend them and bring your weight forward. So your weight is forward as you're doing the far side of this circle. Bring your hands back just in front of the tummy to do the near side of the circle. And we're going to breathe out as we go forward. Breathe in as we bring our weight back and draw the hands back. Breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out, weight forward. Breathing in, weight back. And notice that it's my shoulders and upper body that's turning. The hands are simply being drawn back here, turning the shoulders again and extending them there. That's the only movement my arms are making. The rest of it is turning the upper body. Now I'm going to show seated. It's exactly the same. I've got my right foot forward still, just so I can check my balance as I come forward. Breathing in as I rock my weight back, and breathing out as I go forward. Breathing in and breathing out. We'll just do one more and then we're going to change over. So let's bring those arms back to the body and stop with them just by the navel here, okay? So I'm going to change legs. Seated first. I've now got my left out, just to help me if I bring my weight forward, and I need to turn my hands the other way. So my right hand becomes palm up, my left hand comes down here so that the fingers are just touching the heel of the left hand here. And again, remember, things go in the direction of the little finger of the downturned hand. So I'm going to turn my shoulders to your left. Bring that weight, hand back across the tummy. And remember, we breathe out as we're going on the far side of the circle. And breathe in with this near side that comes right to the tummy, and then we go out again. And remember, the hands are just moving back to the body and away from the body. The circle is being made by the turning shoulders. In breath, out breath. Okay. Shift to do a standing version. In breath, my weight comes back. breath, my weight goes forward onto the front leg. And I think one more will make it approximately 10. Now there's absolutely no harm in you pausing the tape after each exercise I've demonstrated and doing further repetitions if you wish to. Okay, another one where I'll try and keep mirroring you. This is a breathing exercise but also coordination. So here we are, I'm standing with my elbows high, notice. I want a sense of space under the armpits, so try and avoid them coming down here, okay? A sense of space. And I'm about sort of holding a football, I suppose, in my hands just at chest height. Okay. Now, again, we're going to be rotating this ball, so your left hand is going to go on top and your right hand is supporting it underneath, okay? And I'd like you to pass it slowly to your right. Good. And then bring it back again. Now rotate through 180 degrees. So your right hand is at top and your left hand is supporting it. And again, pass it to your left. Back to the center. And rotate it 180 degrees. And pass it to your right. Back to the center, rotate it 180 degrees and pass it to your left and back. Okay, now that's the basis. We're going to try and round that off. So let's take a breath in here. Breathe out as we're rotating and turning to your right, with your left hand on top, coming back, starting to turn that ball as you carry on, passing it to your left with your right hand on top. Breathing in as we come to the front, breathing out as we go to the side. Breathing in as we come to the front and breathing out as we come to the side. And all the time, of course, we're trying to kid ourselves that we've actually got a transparent or invisible ball and try not to let it change sizes. Imagine it's really there. Okay, seated, clearly this becomes very much a waist and upper body exercise. The knees are going to end up, remaining pointing forward. But there's quite a twist it requires because the hips can't move with it. So just go as far as you can, but we're still lubricating and rotating the spine. Okay, now I'm going to stop next time I come back to front facing. I'm just going to do a little bit of a imagination exercise and a breathing exercise, okay? So, this ball that we've been playing with, imagine it now a great big ball of chewing gum, okay? A bit unpleasant, but I want you to breathe in as you pull that chewing gum. It's becoming stringy, you're pulling it apart, and breathe out as you're pressing it back into a ball shape. Breathing in as you go wide, breathing out as you go back to ball shape. Okay, so, and with the imagination, just think about the resistance you'd be feeling as you pull apart and resistance as you squeeze together again. If you're standing, you can stretch on the in-breath and sink in the knees a little on the out-breath. And last, expansion and compression and just relax. Now that always gets my shoulders. They're doing a lot of work in holding those hands there throughout this and that. So just ease them off by doing a few rolls, whatever direction you like, because we're going to change direction. Good. Okay. Again, we're going to be making circles. And again, I'll try and mirror you, okay? So I'd like you to turn your shoulders to your right and let the back of your left hand rise across your body, up high. And if you can, with the knees bend as well, let the palm come down on your left hand side. So we take an in-breath and straighten legs if you're managing to do that. And take the out-breath as the hand descends. Seated, again one has to compensate for the knees, so you just have to come past the knees, but it's still the same. The back of the hand rising. Enjoy the stretch here, and the out-breath as the palm of the hand comes down. In-breath and out-breath. Now don't follow the hand with your eyes because that can make you dizzy, but imagine a spot a few feet in front of your fingertips and let your mind's eye go around your body like your hands. So coming down, remember, a few feet in front of my hands. So I'm imagining it now right underneath me, this point of concentration. Way up here. I'm not going to follow the hand up here, but my mind's eye is going to go high above and below my feet. And then after each circle phase, we just let the hands come down to straight legs so we don't bend the knees between the phases. So the second phase, we're going to turn the shoulders to your left and the back of the right hand is going to rise on the in-breath and descend on the out-breath. Now just a loose gaze down towards you. So again, you can take your point of focus, your sort of mental mind's eye, following that hand around your body, but several feet in front of the hand, so that means here it's right underneath you, rising up above your ceiling space here, and in my case here is probably down even outside this conservatory. So you can make the diameter and hence the circumference of this circle as big as you like, just in the mind's eye, travelling around you. And again, that's the end of that phase, so both hands come down. Seated, we now go, seated or standing, we go to both hands. Okay, so we're going to turn shoulders to your right, and the backs of both hands are going to rise on the right. Enjoy the stretch and breathe out as they come down on the left. Now again, seated, you have to move your hands in front of your knees, but back of the hands rise and palms of the hand descend. In breath and out breath. And again, the gaze just sort of panning in front of you down on the floor, but your mind's eye travelling around your seated body, way above your head, way out to the side, and way down under the ground, under you, and up again from the ground the other way. Standing, remember we try and go for a knees bend, just so we're making that circle really big. Okay, I mean I'm doing sort of 4, 5, well no, this is more like 5 or 6 repetitions. So this is the last one of the two-handed phase in that direction. So again, keep the legs straight for the last one in each phase. Okay. And finally then, we're going to go round in the final direction. So turning shoulders to your left, backs of both hands rising. Don't follow them with your eyes, just let your imagination exist up there over your head, and bending the knees if you can on the way down. If your knees don't like that, then that's an optional extra, which you don't have to worry about. Okay, seated, those hands just have to come skimming the kneecaps and up. Down. This is going to be the end. Just one more will complete. So I'm bending these here because it's the penultimate. Breathing in, turning shoulders, and breathing out, keeping the legs straight because that's the end of this phase and the end of this part of the tape. Okay. Thank you.